talk, I told everyone the things I would do. I was drawing up my resume in Tickle Me Pink and turquoise blue. From the day I could walk, I knew I wouldn't follow one path. I wanted to follow them all. No one could force me into one box. No dream was too big or too small. My life was an empty closet that I couldn't wait to fill with trophies and uniforms and shoes. I was always dressed to kill. I would be the first to do many things, taking names, making deals. I would break the plastic ceilings, and of course, I'd do it all in heels. I went where no woman had gone before. Nothing ever held me back. Actually, a lot of things held me back. Let's get into it. Welcome to my one-woman show. You are here to see me, right? I'm the one woman? Okay, thank God. Because we locked the doors and you're a part of this now. So why am I doing a one-woman show? Amazing question. I'm very famous, and that's what famous people do. I'm so famous that I don't even need to tell you my name. And I won't, because the name that you know me by is trademarked. Now, while you may think you know a lot about me, there are some things that I would like to say. Throughout my life, there have been more articles written about my outfits than my occupations. More debates about my body than my body of work. I've had hundreds of jobs, but nobody ever talks about that. So we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna sing about it, and we're maybe even gonna shimmy about it, because I've been a dancer, a doctor, designer, detective, and so much more. Did you know that I went to the moon? I did. 4 years before Neil Armstrong. And my moon landing wasn't even fake. But nobody ever asks about that. Now, when Sally Ride, the first American woman in space, as she was preparing to embark on her journey into the final frontier, NASA made sure she had a specially made, space-friendly makeup kit. Men with multiple degrees sat around and decided lipstick and concealer, and then concluded she can't live without either for 6 days. And to be fair, some astronauts wear makeup in space. It's not that, it's just NASA made sure she had a makeup kit for her very first journey, but it took decades to get women properly fitted spacesuits. They even asked her if she needed 100 tampons for her 6-day journey, to which she said, "No, that's not the correct amount." And the press had their own questions like, "Are you gonna cry under all this pressure?" And then, "Are you afraid that space is gonna negatively affect your reproductive organs?" It's like, time and time again, people cannot wrap their minds around the functionality of the female body. And me, well, I was the first full-figured doll on the scene, and it caused a scene. My peers at the time were babies, and there's nothing wrong with babies. It's just people have to take care of babies. I wanted to show kids that they can grow up and be anything that they want to be. But with growing up means growing out, so I have boobs. Who would think having simple body parts would cause so much of an issue? But with boobs, you never know when they're gonna come or if they're gonna come, and then you have to find the perfect bra, but then you have to make it look like you're not wearing a bra, which is crazy. You just spent all this time trying to find the perfect bra. And if they're too big, strap them down. Not enough, lift them up. When you're older, you're praying they stay up at all. Too big, you're sexualized. Too small, you're not enough of a woman. Yet, still sexualized. It's like living in a body that looks like this and feeling neutral about it feels revolutionary. Oh yeah, that was the cue for the next song. I'm gonna sing a song about what? I'll tell you. Boobs. A little bit curvy, a little robust, a little more hip, more lip, my dear, long legs are a must. And this is just the way that I was made. Don't make me into something I'm not. And why should I have to hide who I am just because you can't control your thoughts? Here comes the fear, here comes the shame. They're saying cover more. I'm ready for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's a boom revolution. We're bringing out the twins, and it's the only solution to show the world these puppies, they don't bite. And I'm the first to show them it's alright. We got a boob revolution inside. It seems this all started when I came on the scene. Little Barbara was busting out without any warning. And all the moms and dads said, no, it's inappropriate. How could we allow something that's so femininely proportionate? 'Cause it's a boom revolution. 1959's fantastic plastic solution. I've got no shame. Baby Barbara's shining bright. And I'm the one to show them it's alright. We got a boob revolution inside. Oh, yeah! 'Cause we are so much more, me and you, than the objects that we are made to be. Let me come closer. Take my hand. All of us, march with us to free the woman's body. Oh, boob revolution. It's a what? Boob. Nice. It's a boob revolution. It's a boob revolution. Yeah. Again, boom revolution, it's a boom revolution. Oh yeah! Boom revolution. It's time to give these bosoms some deserved recognition. I'm a triple D threat, and I'm ready for the fight. And I'm the one to lead them to the light. 'Cause there is substitution, it's just weight distribution, and it's our evolution, and there's just one solution. It's a boom revolution starting here tonight. Boobs. Now, speaking of first place, you know I was in the Olympics, right? I was. Now here's what I learned as a female athlete. Oh, wait, can you hear me if I'm back here behind the partition? Okay, just to make sure, can you say boobs if you can hear me back here? Boobs. Wow, that was good. That was good. But this is my show, moving on. So, here's what I learned as a female athlete. You could be the best of the best. You could win every medal, win every trophy, and there are still gonna be people that say, nobody cares. Nobody even watches women's sports. Boo. Yeah, that's right. Boo. In 2016, there was a study that analyzed the language used when describing athletes. Now, the most commonly used words to describe men, but not women, are big, strong, great, and fast. Like normal words that you would use to describe athletes. The most commonly used words to describe women: unmarried, married, and aged. Aged. I only want to hear the word aged when we're talking about wine and cheese pair. And why are we talking about marital status in sports? Sports is explicitly about skills and talent, and yet they will find anything else to talk about but our skills or talent. I thought it was going to be different when I went to the Olympics. It was not. The only benefit was that some of the criticism was in a language I didn't understand. In the 70s and 80s, I competed in gymnastics. Now, gymnastics is one of the sports Americans actually care about, so the pressure was on. I had one chance every 4 years to nail a routine on the balance beam that's 4 inches wide. Everyone was cheering from the stands and watching from their living rooms at home, and I had to make it look easy. So I did. I should have stretched. Some things they will never know. Some things cameras cannot show. Some things only happen here inside. I've got to land right on my feet. One small slip could mean defeat. My battlefield is just 4 inches wide. When the pressure's on, I'm scared I'll choke. But I've done this all before, and I will not fall. I'm the greatest thing this world has ever seen, on vault or on the beam, and there's no way I'm going down. So bring it on, and nothing's gonna stop me or defeat me. Try and beat me. I'm the best there's ever been, and I will not fall. As I approach the beam, there's not a single thing that can touch me. Everything slows down as I throw myself into the air. You can clap, I'm singing while I do this. Have you ever felt like you could fly? To forget gravity, or as they say, defy, and I will not fall. I'm the greatest thing this world has ever seen, on vault or on the beam, and there's no way I'm going down. So bring it on. You know I'll stick the landing. I'll hit it perfectly. No extra step for me until I step up to first place. I will not fall. It's not about beating the rest. It's about making my personal best. What the crowd doesn't see is that this one's for me. When you're right in the thick of it, you can't focus on sticking it. Take a deep breath and then leave it all out on the floor. You can do it again. So bring it on, and nothing's gonna stop me or defeat me. Try and beat me. I'm the fiercest of them all, and I will not fall. I will not fall. I will not fall. Thank you. I used to be able to do more flips and stuff, but I burnt my wrist when I was a pancake chef, and I sprained my ankle while I was working with the Rockettes. Oh, and you'd be amazed at the wear and tear on the body after years of professional lute playing. Oh, Kenneth. Oh, some of you know Kenneth. Give it up for my man. Give it up for your man. Oh, he's not really a part of this show, but he has always been my best accessory.
That's a compliment coming from her.
When we met, it felt like we were made for each other. Do you want to tell them how we met? I'll do it, Kenneth. Kenneth and I met on a movie set, and I know what you're thinking. Hollywood couples never make it. And I usually don't condone flirting on set. It's just, this was this one movie in between being a geologist and a Canadian Mountie, and I knew right when I saw him, We locked eyes at the craft service table as we reached for the last bagel.
Asiago cheese.
The most ravishing heterosexual man I had ever seen. The muscles, the hair, the flowy shirts he'd always wear. I ran to my makeup trailer and I was talking to my makeup artist and my hairstylist. Oh, you know I was also a hairstylist, right? That's not important. Anyways, okay, Kenneth. So we were talking about Kenneth and they said, oh, honey, don't you think he's a little...
Everyone thinks I'm gay.
And he's not. But if
I
he was,
it'd
be okay. It's just that he's not.
I just happen to know the difference between fuchsia and magenta.
Which is perfect because I'm a cool summer tone.
Exactly.
And of course, we don't care what anyone else thinks, but we did write a song to address it. And even though this is my one-woman show, I think we can let Kenneth sing this one. What do you say? All right, cue the music. You were doing the music. I'll get it for you, babe. Let's go, Kenneth!
I'm not really sure why I need to set the record straight, but I'm not gay. There, I said it, but if I was, it'd be okay. I just can't help that I like women in the most heterosexual way. I'm not even bi, I just like to buy things. I'm not pan, but I do love to cook. I promise that I'm being myself, I'm just not gay. And when it comes to closets, I have no reason to be out. I mean, look at my extensive wardrobe. Who could ever doubt that I've got cufflinks and polos aplenty? I've got sweaters to tie around my neck. You want patterned socks? I've got 20 drawers. 20 drawers full. Some people think I'm a little fruity. Could it be my floral pattern suitie? Oh. Shout out to all my straight guys in the audience. Can I get a sup, dude? That's right, this is musical theater. Shout out to all my girls, gays, and theys out there. Can I get a woo-woo? Just because I pluck my eyebrows, just because I wear sunscreen, just because I shave my hyponephros, and I have a 12-step skincare routine. Yes, I am trimming, but yes, I like women. Next to her, you'll have to compete.
And you're the only one who makes my outfits complete.
Oh, thanks, babe. Is it 'cause we're always together and I haven't given her a ring? But what's more like a heterosexual man than being non-committal about everything? Just because I'm neat and tidy, even though I primp and preen, doesn't mean I'm not a masculine heterosexual machine. Maybe the world sees me in a certain light. Let them see what they want to see. I'm not afraid to express myself. I decide who I want to be. What does it matter? All of this chatter, it makes no difference to me. I'm glad I got this off my plate. There's no one else I'd rather date. I never meant to be queer bait. I'm not trying to be deceiving, just aesthetically pleasing. I mean, look at me. I'm straight.
Darn straight.
Now that we're clear.
Thank you, I love you. This is my show. Moving on. He gets one song and one song only. And don't come up to me after and say it was your favorite. I'm not gonna handle that well. Kenneth has always been so supportive of every one of my jobs. He would have made the perfect first gentleman. You do know I ran for president, right? It was about time for some female fingers on those nuclear codes. Now, when I went down the campaign trail, all they cared about was how often I smiled, my marital status, and if the cadence of my voice hit exactly the right notes. But the thing is, I was more than qualified. I served in every branch of the military. I was a park ranger, a judge, the Chancellor of Germany, only available in limited areas. 1992 was a memorable year for me. I had just competed in the Olympics, but for swimming this time, and I won the gold for freestyle and butterfly. Yeah. I was really into rapping and rocking. And rapping was a very controversial job of mine, and may or may not have been the reason I did not win the presidency. But other than that, I would have been the perfect candidate. And here's why. I've had 100 jobs before. I mean, this girl has done it all. From aerobics instructor to zookeeper, from outer space to the shopping mall. A race car driver, that was pretty cool. A sexy lifeguard at the pool. I never got a tan, which was kind of the worst, but I'm past that now. I'm gonna be the first female presidential candidate. I mean, my heels are just as high as all my aspirations for my home and native land. Oh wait, I mean, my hair is like the amber waves of grain. They'll be calling my name. Oh, Barbara, oh, Barbara, you're making history. Don't think that you couldn't trust me just 'cause I'm a little busty. The first female presidential candidate. No one puts baby in the corner, 'cause my new office will be round. That Lady Liberty, how I adore her, standing out there all alone. Don't you want a woman with a real backbone to be the first female presidential candidate? Vote for Barb! Every vote counts! I'm imagining the day they swear me into office. The reverend crowd is as far as the naked eye can see. And when I finish with the oath, which I recite in sheer perfection, I step up to the microphone and say, oh, say, can't you see? Me as America's super shero. It's time for a heroine instead of a hero. What do you say? No more shopping for groceries. I've got a new cabinet to fill. It's time to pack up my pink Corvette and drive to Capitol Hill. It's time for things to get done my way. Hey, I'll do it for 2/3 of the pay. I'll get us through till Y2K. The world's gonna end then anyway. Come on, it's 1992, and my closet's full of red, white, and blue. It's time, and you know it too. I was destined for success, but I won't be slowed down by my PMS. America can hardly wait for the first female presidential candidate for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yeah. And I ran every 4 years after that because everybody needs a hobby. Now, when I wrote that song, I thought that I was the first woman to run for president, but I was not. So, How about a history lesson? Victoria Claflin Woodall ran in 1872. She didn't let a little thing like not being able to vote stop her from running for president. Her run was controversial because she wasn't 35 yet, and in America, a 34-year-old is too young to run for president, but too old to play anything but a corpse on television. She was also controversial because she was in and out of prison at the time. As you know, presidential candidates facing prison charges is a time-honored tradition in the United States. She had been charged with libel and obscenity because she published an account of an affair between a famous religious leader and a woman in his parish. You'd think the person committing the actual obscenities would be the obscene one, but that's how it goes. I too had my fair share of affairs. And by that I mean I had a relationship with a man, and after that I had a relationship with another man with no overlap. But the tabloids said it was a scandal. So when Kenneth and I did split up, my publicist said that I needed good press. So they suggested I go to Australia and work with endangered animals, because the best way to win over the general population is to work with animals, specifically the cute ones rather than the ugly ones. But you know where there's a good mix of both? Australia. I figured it would be the perfect opportunity to work on my zoology career, clear my head, maybe take a few photos. And of course, you know I could have flown myself there because I am a licensed pilot. However, my time as a renewable energy engineer prevented me ethically from flying all the way to Australia. So I spent my time as a travel agent, and I booked myself a well-deserved vacation. When I got down under, I became a jillaroo. Do you know what a jillaroo is? I'll tell you. Okay, somebody said yes. I'm still gonna tell you. A jillaroo is the female version of a jackaroo. And a jackaroo is the Australian version of somebody who works with cows and sheep. And I figured I would be perfect for that job because I was an equestrian, a zoo doctor, a pet doctor, a pony doctor, and a cowgirl. And I'm not gonna brag, but cows love me. So, after I mastered jillarooing, I became a marine biologist. And that's where I met him. He had eyes like the ocean. Not that I would ever get lost in the ocean because I was an ocean treasure explorer and a wilderness guide. But I did get lost in his eyes. He was a surfer, a risk taker. It was easy to romanticize our relationship because love and adrenaline just feel like the same thing. He was handsome and exciting and many, many, many other things, but he wasn't Kenneth. My publicist said it was time to move on. It was winter of 2004. I said goodbye to Kenneth. Not sure I'll see you again, Neth. The endangered turtles need me more. I packed up my scuba diving paraphernalia and headed off to save loggerheads in Australia. A man said, "Do you have a moment? It would be brief. I'd like to take you snorkeling on the barrier reef." And I said, okay, yeah. Oh, yes. What's your name? Say it again. Lori. That was close, that wasn't it, was it? Okay, Lori, maybe. The marine biologist. Say it again. Corey. Your ocean blue eyes are the cure for what ails ya. You swept me off my feet right there in Australia. He made me feel love was adrenaline rushes, great abs, tan skin, passionate crushes, the withering stare of a leading man who makes you forget your original plan. Wait, Corey, what was my original plan? As I rehabilitated a platypus, I couldn't help remembering the two of us. thinking about how you were always there and daydreaming less about Corey's amazing hair. You have great hair. Because true love isn't just really, 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 really sexy arms. Corey, no! True love is you. True love is you. Why'd I have to go all the way to Australia to finally find the words to tell you that true love is? Eucalyptus trees were nice for a while, but I realized I couldn't live without your smile. And even when I'm walking past a kangaroo, I couldn't help but think about me and you. And it's true. True love is you. Well, why'd I have to go all the way to Australia to finally find the words to tell you? And even though their licorice was extra sweet and Vegemite, kinda a treat. Even when I'm walking with a wallaby, I wanted to hold you like a koala held. Knowing you were always waiting in the wing, whether I was singing or award announcing. True love is being consistent and steady. It's patiently waiting while you're getting ready. And it's true. True love is you. Why'd I have to go all the way to Australia to finally find the words to tell you that true love is you? True love is we got back together. Okay. Not everyone loved that Kenneth and I got back together. Being in the public eye, everybody has opinions. And when everybody has opinions, inevitably, you have to apologize. Unless you're a rich man. In which case, you make a terrible mistake, just throw a lot of money at it and lay low for a year. Don't worry, you'll come back and win a Grammy. Grammys aren't even that hard to get, you know. You can get one for narrating an audiobook. I have 5 Grammys. I was a country western singer, a pop star, a music producer, and a bard. Barding isn't super popular in American award systems, but that's not the point of this, though. What I'm trying to say is, I had to apologize a lot in my career. And I do think apologies are an important part of building relationships. It's just, I wasn't being asked to apologize to build relationships. I was being asked to apologize to fit into some ideal manufactured image. I've had almost every job in every industry. And here's what I've experienced. Despite generations of innovative and hardworking women in every culture, I've encountered people who don't want to hire women at all. They will hire women to be teachers and nurses, and then they'll underpay and undervalue the entire profession. They'll hire women and then say, they're taking up space that could have gone to a man. They'll hire women to direct film adaptations of books written for teenage girls. And then when that movie does well, they'll hire a man to direct the sequel. Creative agencies will hire women to talk about women's issues and women's health, but then the next thing you know, you're gonna be arguing with a man who's never menstruated a day in his life about what a pad is called. And that's actually a true story, but They ask for your diverse perspective, but they really only ask for it so they can tell other people they asked for it. And when you complain, when you push back, they'll say, apologize or get out, conform or quit. Why do you think I had so many jobs? I started choosing the latter. I don't know where I'm supposed to start. Apologies come from the heart, but mine isn't in it. I'm not ashamed, I couldn't be. I can't apologize for being me. And that's the only thing that I did wrong. No pre-written statement here to read. No script or teleprompter feed. All I'm left with is myself. And I'm sorry, but I can't apologize, 'cause it would all be lies. And I have to tell the truth. The spotlight's on, I know my cue, and I can't say what you want me to. I'm sorry, but I can't apologize. I knew this was the life I chose, and all my choices would be exposed, and every move I make critiqued online. But I can't choose the consequence, but I don't have to take offense. After all, it's not your life, it's mine. My life is not for likes, my life is not for views. There's no clickbait headline you can use. And I'm sorry, but I can't apologize, 'cause it would all be lies. And I have to tell the truth. The spotlight's on, I'm on display, and I know what I have to say. I'm sorry, but I can't apologize. No longer yours, no longer anyone's. I'm taking back my life, no matter what the consequence might be. I belong to myself. I choose my own colors, and I deserve the right to disappoint you. I'm finally breaking free, and I won't apologize. No, I won't stand the lies. It's time to tell the truth. The spotlight's mine, I'm on display, and I know what I've gotta say. I had to be true to myself. I had to be true to myself, and I couldn't keep apologizing for that. Sometimes when I talk about all this, people will say, you see what you want to see, or you're being too negative. But I wake up every day and wish that the world was a little less sexist than it was yesterday. But instead, I see the advancements that we make in women's rights throughout the world, only for them to be taken away from us every time a power-hungry individual takes control. We may have more respect in relationships, but we still deal with horrifying statistics about domestic abuse. Highly educated women, award winners, women who have accomplished phenomenal feats still get looked down on just because they're women. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in the lives of women around me. I've seen it throughout history in how I didn't see women in history, which is crazy because we were there the whole time. I tried to break through in different industries so that people could follow me. I tried to create my own roles so that I could fit in. I did everything that I could to pave the way, but all that they saw was a blonde who wore pink. So, if I'm gonna fail regardless, I might as well fail my way. If no amount of status or education or awards are gonna earn me respect, then I'm gonna become a person that I like. Forget everyone else. They clearly don't have taste. That's why I wanted to do this show my way for once. I didn't need some stiff-suited producer telling me that I couldn't say PMS. I didn't need any money that came with compromises. I didn't need a flashy marquee or an audience the size of a stadium. I didn't need the press to write a good review. But if you are press, write a good review. I didn't need anyone's mom to like me. I just needed to tell my story my way for once. Because I spent my whole life showing you that you could be anything you want to be. But I don't want you to think you have to be everything to everyone. The most important thing that I have ever been, aside from being a surgeon who saved many, many, many lives, was just being me. My life with all of the ambition to be everything. Oh, but nobody could stop me from being it all. I chased awards and accolades. I fell for lies and cheap charades. Even success felt like hitting a wall. I tried on all the labels I was handed from everyone. Some were fun, going from one box to another. I never felt free. I had to find my identity in my own mind instead of what they see, and learn what it means to just be me. I searched for purpose my whole life, and I found one thing to be true. In a world that's full of decisions, it's enough to just be you. And don't let anybody take away what makes you different, 'cause our differences are how you make a difference, and you know that it's true. So just be you. They tell you to rebrand, to change, to be original in a specific way. But you're not a brand or a headline. You're you. You could try everything that you want to do. You could try everything that you want to do. Don't listen to those selfish voices. It's time to be yourself and make your own choices. I searched for meaning my whole life, and I found one thing to be true. In a world that's full of decisions, it's enough to just be you. And don't let anybody He's special cause they're all afraid of all the ways that you can make a difference. It's true. So just be you. If there's a challenge, I'm gonna take it. If there's no trail, I'm gonna blaze it. If there's no seat at the table, I'll make it. If there's a challenge, I'm gonna take it. If there's no trail, I'm gonna blaze it. If there's no seat at the table, I'll make it. I searched for meaning my whole life, and I found one thing to be true. In a world that's full of decisions, it's enough to just be you. Thank you. Kenneth, let's bring it home! Don't let anybody take away what makes you different, cause our differences are how you make a difference, and you know that is true. So just be you, just be you, just be you, just be you. So just be you.